Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is May Day, May 1st, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see the futures are trading down by 3/4 of 1 point to 1877 and a quarter per contract. So again, futures were a little bit higher. You can see right here around 4 o'clock in the morning. They were trading above the 1880 level. Now they are down to around 1877 and a quarter. It's not a big move whatsoever. Yesterday the markets held up fairly well after the Federal Reserve FOMC announcement. So again, we'll see how it plays out today. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to see, but either way you slice it or dice it, markets are just basically a little under the weather this morning. And we'll see how it all plays out. But there are a lot of stocks in the news. But first, before we begin, we just want to say that a lot of markets are closed today for the May Day holiday. So please understand that. I believe the European markets may be closed. There are just a lot of markets that are closed today. So we may see a light volume trading session. I'm not sure we're going to see all that much out here. But either way, let's just take it one step at a time, and we'll see how it plays out. A few minutes ago, I believe there were some economic data. It looks like jobless claims for the week jumped up a little bit. They rose, I think, 14,000 to 344,000. That's the highest level since February. So, again, that could be affecting the market a little bit, but we'll see how it all shakes out going forward. Again, I care less about the economic news. I really just care about how the market reacts, what's the market telling us, and can we make money on individual names each and every day. All right, let's get into some stocks here. Reported earnings. Yelp, this is a popular one. Recent high flyer. The stock has been slaughtered lately. Right now it's trading up a little bit. So a decent little move. The stock closed yesterday, I believe, at 58.32. I will have gap resistance levels in the chat room for this one. So we will be looking to play this stock at 9 o'clock in the morning. Currently the stock's trading at $64, so it's a pretty good move. You can see that big bounce. But we will be looking to scalp this one today. And a scalp is a quick day trade lasting between 10 and 30 minutes. We will be looking to scalp this one, most likely on the short side. Possibly on the long side later, but most likely in the morning on the short side. So I'll have that posted up at 9 o'clock in the morning in the intraday stock chat. Let's take a look at Weight Watchers. This is a stock that has been really punished lately, but today it's getting a bit of a bounce. Stock closed at $19.80. It's trading at $22.17. You can see it traded as high as $23.50. This is another stock that I will have gap resistance levels for in the chat room at 9 o'clock. So come on over to that one. Next one I'm going to look at here is Sony Corp. Stock closed at $17.64. I think they reported earnings and maybe have guided lower. I'm not 100% sure. There's so many stocks coming out with earnings, it's hard to keep an eye on all of them. But I believe they did cut their earning estimates for the year. But either way, Sony right now, the only level that even looks attractive to me is a Pierce of $15. So there's no real reason to own this equity. If it comes down to around $14.90, $14.95, I think that's where you could see an intraday bounce. But other than that, there really is no real reason to own the equity at all. So $14.90, $14.85, I think you could get a play on that one on the long side. But until it gets down to that level, I just don't see any real reason to own the equity at this stage of the game. Let's take a look at Mastercard. Mastercard's trading higher. I believe they had earnings as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think they beat estimates by a penny, but who cares about the number? The bottom line is that the stock's trading higher. It's at $75. It closed at $73.55. Hard level for Mastercard, but what I'm going to say is right here, around $76.85. 70, maybe it's 77, but it's 76.85 is what I calculated so far. That's the resistance level I'm seeing for the stock. So again, keep that on the radar. And that's, again, $76.85. If that gets up there, that's probably your scalp resistance level. Again, it could be a tougher trade. You're going to have to watch the pattern because the stock still has a little bit ways to go. But that's my resistance level that I'm looking at the moment. Let's take a look at Avon Products. AVP is a ticker symbol. Right now the stock's trading at $13.50. It closed at $15.28. This is not a pretty picture. I do not even have a level for Avon at all at this stage of the game. It's so beaten up. So leave this one alone. Let it fall. Let it decline. You're better off waiting on this. No need to jump in on Avon at this stage of the game. Right now the stock's trading at $13.50. That's a huge decline considering it closed at $15.28. There is no support level. There's nothing left here for Avon at the moment. APC is another one I'll be looking at today. This is Marathon Petroleum. We will have some levels in the chat room for this one. We'll see if they do get down there. Right now the stock's trading at $89.10. It closed at $92.95, so it's not a huge decline yet, but we will be watching some levels. Right now, off the top of my head, when I look at the chart, I'm thinking around the $84.85 level will be some near-term support, so we'll see, but I will have some lower levels in case the stock does fall lower to play this one. Here's a blast from the past. JDS Uniphase. I don't know if anybody remembers this one, but this stock closed at $12.67, now trading at $11.67 this morning. There's a little bit of support down here around the $11.60 level, but after that, stock can easily fall down to to around $8.70. So be very, very careful. Some minor support around $11.60, but after this stock ultimately can go a lot lower. Now, there are a lot of other stocks out here that are making some news. DirecTV is one of them. Right now, it looks like the rumor is, I don't know if this is true or what. I just looked at the headline. It looks like the company is being approached by AT&T regarding a possible buyout. So I don't know how much truth is in that, but nonetheless, stock is trading sharply higher. Closed at $77.60. It's now trading at $82.35. There's nothing I could do with this stock. I looked for levels here. It does have some resistance around $87, but there's no play here. If it's going to be a takeover, it could be bidded by somebody. Somebody else can offer put a bid in to buy it. That could move the stock higher. It's a very hard trade, so we will not look to get in front of that. But if you own DirecTV, I would start to just trail the stop loss. I think that's the best way to play it. Beazer Homes, BZH is the ticker symbol. The company came out with earnings. I think they completely missed across the board, so I'm not seeing any reaction here, but do not rule out weaker prices ahead. This has a nice bearish pattern on the daily chart. This stock can easily trade down to around the $17.80 level. That's where I'm seeing a little bit of support, but any way you slice or dice it, that's a pretty good decline on Beazer, ticker symbol BZH, and again, I don't see any support till $17.80. I know it's trading at $18.96 right now, but this should decline if that daily chart bearish pattern does start to play out. So that's what we're looking at as far as stock market goes. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the gold market. Gold is getting hit today, so gold is trading down about $13.40 to $12.82 an ounce. Let's go to the GLD, and you'll see the GLD trading around $123.50. There's not much you could do with gold, so if you're in the gold market or looking to get in, I would just leave gold alone. See if it flushes a little bit more. Again, I suppose there's a little bit of minor support around 12.84 on the GLD. Excuse me, 122.84 on the GLD. But there's really no setup yet, and that's what's most important. Let's take a look at the oil market this morning. Light sweet crude is trading down by 86 cents to $98.88 a barrel. Let's go to the USO. USO is trading a little bit lower here. You're going to see this at $35.94. Watch $35.76 for the USO. There should be pretty good support. If it overshoots, it would be $35.64, but $35.62 rather. But there will be support just a little bit lower on the USO, another 20-30 cents. So again, don't get aggressive on the oil shorts at these levels. Oil will stabilize and should hold up at least around these areas. So, and if you're looking at spot crude, my level for spot on the near-term support area is going to be, I believe, let me just pull this chart up. Yeah, right around 99 bucks. So again, we're currently trading at 98.64. I would think there's going to be a lot of support right here for crude oil. So again, crude's trading a little bit lower than that level, but there should be a fair amount of support here in this area. So be aware of that. Let's see how it plays out, and be careful on the crude oil move. in this market. With that said, everybody, futures are still down about 3/4 of 1 point. Again, it's not really that big a deal. We'll see where the market trades out today. We'll see how it plays out. And again, you got a lot of stocks in motion. So let's see how those work out. And come over to the chat room. We'll have some nice gap levels for you as well. Again, they'll be posted up at 9 a.m. With that said, have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.